this session, we're going to learn how to curve and sew single fold bias tape for decorative purposes. In this case, I am using my single fold bias tape to go around the outside edge of a decorative pocket. The key to shaping bias tape is using lots of steam. So I've set my iron to the hottest setting and I'm flooding my bias tape with lots and lots of steam while I guide the bias tape around the shape that I would like to make. Really, steam is the biggest secret when it comes to bias tape. The way that bias tape is able to make these shapes in the first place is because the way that the fabric is cut in order to make the bias tape, it's cut on bias, which already gives your material a lot of flexibility. Now, it's really important to steam and lightly press, everything a couple of times. You really want to set the shape once you've gotten it to where you want it. The steam is going to help really set that shape in place. It also makes it a lot easier to pin. So here I've already pinned my single fold bias tape to my decorative pocket. And before I sew it, I'm going to give it one last steam where I'm just kind of hovering the iron just over the pins, not quite touching the material, but using the steam to really set the shape of the bias tape around the shape of the pocket. So I'm pretty happy, I'm pretty satisfied with what everything looks like right now. So it's time to sew it. So to get a really even top stitch when you're stitching on your single fold bias tape, especially as a decorative finish, you want to use the midpoint mark on your presser foot as your visual guide as you feed your project through the underside of your sewing machine. So again, just kind of go really slow if you need to. In this case, I really slowed down a lot, especially around the curves, because the key to really good top stitching is to just visually have very good definition. The midpoint mark does a really good job of it. And also to aid in a clean top stitch finish, while I'm using the midpoint mark as my visual guide, I've moved the needle to the far right so that I get a perfect 1/16 of an inch between the edge of the black bias tape and the start of the top stitching. And there you have it. That's how you steam and sew your single fold decorative bias tape. Enjoy!